Hello to our 2021-22 Douglasville Cheer Stars prep parents. This meeting will cover everything you need to know about our competitions and competition season. If you have any questions at the end of this video, please don't hesitate to send me an email at kelsey@douglasvillecheerstars.com or give me a call at the gym at 770-489-2582. Now, let's get started. On the left-hand side, you will see our final competition schedule for the 21-22 prep season. Our first event is in less than 2 weeks on February 12th, which is a Saturday at the Dalton Convention Center. Our next event will be in March on the 5th at the Georgia International Convention Center by the airport. Our following event is March 26th, also at the Georgia International Convention Center near the airport. And our last regular season event is on April 16th at the Dalton Convention Center. Remember, this April 16th event was added around a month ago, so please make sure that you've made adjustments to your schedule. We do have one more event that we could be attending, which is called the U.S. Finals. We must get a bid or be invited in order to attend this event. The ways that we can be invited or get a bid is to either get first place in our division, or to get a gold bid, we have to be one of the top 5 highest scoring teams at the event. After each event, I will update you with an email about scoring and let you know if we received any bids. This event is not included in your team fund cost, so if we do get a bid to this event, additional costs will incur. This event is in Atlanta, so no travel will be necessary. Now, about all of our competitions. They are mandatory, every single one of them, so please make sure you're planning accordingly on your schedule. The competition company will release a preliminary schedule or a detailed block schedule about 1.5 weeks before each event. The final performance schedule will not be posted until the Wednesday before competition. Yes, that is just 3 days before they compete. There will be a competition scoop link or an information link under each competition website. If you're looking for more general information a little bit farther out, just go to that third column on the competition schedule chart where it says competition company and use Google to Google that competition company and find the name of the event. They should have some general information like spectator info and parking information under each event if you can't wait until that 1.5 weeks out. Competition days are the most important days of our season. It is what we work so hard for, so it's up to all of us to make them positive days for our stars. A good comparison is to think practice is more like completing homework. Competition is like test day, and our end of season event is like our standardized test days. So think when your child has a big test or something coming up, you want to make sure that they get a good night's rest, they're eating really great food, they're waking up, and you're being super positive and happy with them all day so that they're ready and willing to do their best that day. Please be on time or early to all competitions. I'll say it again. Be on time. It is hands down the most important thing that I will cover in this meeting because it is the number one thing you can do to stress out both your child and the coaches on competition day. Remember, cheerleading is a true team sport. So if you are late, it not only affects your child and your family, but it affects all the other athletes and families on the team as well. So do your part and be on time. Now on to the actual competition days. So first of all, what to expect. If this is your first year, welcome to a whole new world. Cheerleading competitions are loud, crowded, and expensive. They are definitely one of a kind. Expect to be at each event for 2 to 4 hours depending on the event type. We will cover event types later in this video. Make sure to check out the suggested packing list to get ready for competition. I did go ahead and include that attachment in the email that you got this video link in. I do suggest that everybody gets a cheer bag. It doesn't have to be the amazing Rebel cheer bags that we offer, which I do have extras of if you're still interested in getting one of those. But I just recommend getting any kind of cheer bag that's not used for anything except for cheerleading. It's a designated place for your child's uniform, their bow, their makeup, all the things that they really need on competition day so things don't get lost. If you lose your uniform, if you lose your bow, your makeup, anything, these things cost extra money, and sometimes I don't have extra items. So make sure that you're keeping up with everything so it doesn't cost you any money, or so we don't have to borrow things from other athletes. What you should expect to pay for at competition day, you should expect to pay for parking per vehicle. This ranges anywhere from $5 to $25 per lot, depending on where we are and what kind of event it is. You should also expect to pay for all non-athlete admission. So athletes get in for free. They come in with the coaches in their uniforms. Anybody else that is coming, kids, grandparents, parents, friends, they will have a spectator cost that you guys should expect to pay. Again, that ranges anywhere from $10 to $20 a day, depending on the type of event that we have. All cheerleading events run on time or early, so make sure that you're in the arena for your child's performance before they're supposed to perform. Remember, our routines only last 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So if you are even a minute late, you've already missed about half of their performance. So just make sure you're keeping your eye on the time every time you're at competition weekend. Now, the week of each event, you are going to get a competition packet from me. It is a very detailed packet that'll be sent home from each event. If I get it in time, I'll send out paper copies. If not, it'll come straight to your email, okay? They have every single thing you need to know about the event. It's got a lot of stuff from that competition scoop link in it, so if you've read that already, you're going to be prepared. But if not, I've kind of put everything all in one document for you. So where it is, where you've got to park, how much it costs, to get in, what kind of bids they're giving out, what time you have to be there, what time you can leave. So make sure you read every single detail of this packet. It's not going to be too big. It's only going to be like 3 or 4 pages, but I promise all the information is important, or I would not waste my time giving it to you. Don't be alarmed that the event companies don't usually send out the final schedule until like the Wednesday or Thursday before the event. So if you haven't gotten anything, I promise I'm not withholding information from you. I'm just waiting to get a final schedule from the event company. Like stated earlier, those final packets will come to your email as soon as it's sent to me. Until then, remember to check that competition scoop link on each event company's website for need-to-know information. And just to clarify on that a little bit more, for example, our first competition at Lake Point Arena is a cheer sport event. So the competition company's website is actually cheersport.net. But if you didn't know that, you could just type in cheersport on Google and their website should come up. Once you're on the main page, just scroll down and all the events that each company listed are at the bottom of the page. Once you locate that December 5th event, you'll click it and all the information as well as the links are going to show up under that. All athletes are required to wear the same competition makeup at events. All athletes will receive their makeup kit and bow after you fill out the questionnaire at the end of this video. Your kit will include purple eye shimmer, an application brush, black mascara, and Brazen lip stain. There are some optional items that your athlete can wear, but they are an additional cost for you, and you can purchase these anywhere. It is optional to wear black eyeliner. It's optional to do face powder or concealer, and also blush. All of those 3 items are up to your personal preference. All makeup should be applied just like the picture that's located on the right of this screen. You can use face powder, brush, and eyeliner, which again are optional. Then you will take your shimmer powder and your application brush and start applying that purple shimmer on the inside corners of your eyes. And you may also pull it onto the lid. Then you will use black mascara and 2 coats of Brazen lip stain. I do recommend that you try out this look before the day of competition so that you can give yourself a trial run. Just as important as our competition makeup is our competition hair. All athletes should wear their hair in a single high ponytail with no flyaways or bangs. They will fasten the top of their ponytail with their competition bow. It is not mandatory to use heat products on your hair, so it does not have to be straightened, but it is mandatory that your hair looks neat. You should not look like you just rolled out of bed and came to the competition. You should look like you actually put some effort into your hair. Braids are 100% acceptable. Competition bows should only be worn for competitions, and replacements for each bow are $25. Please be mindful of getting any hairstyles that would add a lot of extra weight to the head. There are no beads or other hair accessories permitted for safety reasons. Athletes with hair that does not touch their collarbone may wear their hair half up, half down, and there will be a slide on the next page to show you how to do that as well. We did include several pictures over to the right to give you examples of how we would like your hair to be. If you have any questions on this, just send me a picture on your mind and I can tell you if it's good or not. Now, for all of our athletes with short hair, your hair is considered short if it does not go past your collarbone. If your hair falls in that category, you will wear your hair half up, half down, with the upper half of your hair in a high ponytail. I have included some examples over on the right so you can see the front half part of the hair is up and the second half is down. It is still high and the bow is still mandatory. The same rules apply for a half up, half down as they do for girls that have longer hair. You do not have to use heat products on your hair, but you must have it neat. Braids are acceptable, but please be mindful of hairstyles that would add extra weight to the head. No beads or other hair accessories for safety issues. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to send me a picture of the hairstyle. No jewelry should ever be worn with your Cheerstars uniform. This includes stud earrings and belly button rings from our older athletes. Face piercings are included in this as well. It is my highest recommendation not to get any new piercings during competition season that can't be taken out for a few hours. If they do tend to grow up, if they're new, and you may have to pay to get them re-pierced if they grow up during warm-ups and competition time. This is a rule directly from the USASF. If a teen is seen in jewelry, even in the hallways or before warm-ups, they can receive a 1-point deduction for their team. So please, as soon as that uniform goes on, all jewelry goes off. Nails are a just as important dress code standard. Nails must be short, short, short. Absolutely no tips can go on your nails. If you turn your child's hand over and you're looking at the palm, we should not be able to see any nails coming over the fingertips, okay? Nails can be painted, but must be a neutral color like tan, nude, light pink, or white. If nails do not meet standards, we will bring your child to you with some nail clippers at competition and ask you to clip them. Okay, and I know that nails are expensive. So please just follow the rules. We do not want anybody to get hurt. It's not just about scratching other teammates, but it's more honestly about the athlete who has the nails themselves. I did include a picture here, which is honestly a minimal injury as far as the ones I've seen related to nails. It only takes one small bump and your whole entire nail bed is coming off. So please, no nails. You are an athlete. Other dress code standards for competition. Warm-up jackets are a requirement for all athletes. All Cheerstars should arrive to competition in some type of warm-up and uniform combo. Athletes can only wear their Cheerstars warm-ups or uniform when they're at competition. So they shouldn't show up in PJs and then change. They should show up ready to go in one of the combinations that's listed below. They may also wear an event t-shirt, but only if it's the event we're competing with that weekend. For example, if you go to Cheersport on December 5th and you buy a t-shirt, you can wear it after you get off stage, but you cannot wear a shirt from last year from a competition. Okay, it's got to be that exact competition or just stay in uniform. If you didn't get Cheerstar warm-up pants, you can purchase plain black warm-up pants, okay? No warm-up pants can be worn over the top of your skirt. So it's either skirt or pants. No PJs, no jeans, no baggy sweatpants with your uniform top. It is plain black pants or the Cheerstars warm-up pants only. Here are your options for dress code. You can wear your full uniform, skirt, Leo, shoes, bow, and jacket. Or you can wear your uniform top and your pants. No skirt. Your skirt is in your bag, not over the top of your pants. You can wear your uniform leotard with warm-up pants and warm-up jacket. Again, your skirt is in your bag. Another option is to wear your uniform top and pants or skirt with the event t-shirt over the top. or you can just wear your full uniform with no warm-ups at all. Please make sure you are only wearing your black cheer shoes with your uniform and warm-ups. No slides, no slippers, no UGG fuzzies, no regular tennis shoes, only your cheer shoes. Please wear black or nude panties under your uniform. If you are tumbling and we see a little slip, we do not want hot pink underwear to distract us. And we also ask that you wear black socks. Even though our shoes are high top, if a shoe comes off during a performance and it's a hot pink sock, it's going to be distracting to the judges. So if it's a black sock, they may not even notice that the shoe comes off. For our prep athletes, their shoes are actually a little bit see-through. So if you have any color on besides black, it will look different from your teammates, and we do need everyone to look the same. So black socks only on competition day. Please make sure, even if you don't wear your warm-up jacket to the competition, that you are bringing it with you. When we have in-person awards, we often let the girls wear their warm-up jacket so that if they need to take their top off, they can. We're going to go over a few other competition policies. Please make sure your child gets a good night's rest and has healthy meals prior to their team's performance. This really goes for about a week before a competition. They should be eating lots of carbs and proteins, taking in more water than usual, and limiting their sugar intake. Because cheerleading is not an individual sport, if your child goes to bed sick and or wakes up sick, we may expect them to compete sick. As soon as you know your child is experiencing any kind of symptoms, give me a direct phone call immediately. Do not text me. If you miss a competition, it is reason for immediate dismissal. Your athlete must be at all practices the week leading up to each competition in order to be eligible to compete. There are no exceptions made for this rule. This is a safety issue. We watch all CheerStars teams from priority seating or standing. This is a designated area that's up close to the front of the stage. Sometimes at competitions, if it's a type A event type, we may even get to watch our other CheerStars teams or others in our division. If that is a requirement, it'll be noted in your packet. When it is time for your kids to compete, I really do request that you get your phone away and get really excited for the kids. They really do feed off the energy from the crowd. So if you're so glued into your phone trying to get the perfect video and you're not screaming for them, they're going to wonder what's going on, and it may break their focus on stage. So get really loud and excited for them. After competing, your child is always your responsibility. You will pick them up right after their performance. Your pickup location will be sent out via Remind, usually right before they go on stage. So make sure everybody that is going to be at competition is added to the Remind message. Be positive always, especially to your child and even on social media before and after an event, regardless of the outcome. Competition days are very tense for parents, coaches, and athletes alike. Watch what you say at all times. You never know who's listening, and you are always representing the CheerStars program. If another child makes a negative comment and hurts your child's feelings and you feel the need to address it, please attempt to address their parents directly. You really, like a general rule of thumb, is not to talk to anybody else's kid unless it's in the form of compliment. Hey, Susie, you did a great job out there today. Hey, Susie, your back handsprings are looking amazing. Hey, Susie, I saw you save that stunt. Great job. Those are things that you can say to a child. If you have a problem with something a child did, talk to their parent. It is not your job to parent anybody else's kid, but it is okay if you have an issue with what they're doing. You just need to address it with their parent, not a child. If another parent is talking about children, your child or any other child, and they are in our program, I do need you to notify me of that immediately. We don't talk about kids, so that can be reason for dismissal from our program. So if you hear somebody else doing it, please let me know. Keep in mind that bad days are bound to happen, and one day it will be your child's bad day. Whether they just wake up and everything is off and they bust all their tumbling, or they literally trip walking across the stage and get a team a deduction, one day it may be your child. So remember that one performance or a final team placement is no reflection on you as a parent, and it does not reflect your child as a whole. It's only one day, okay? Never approach a competition official or judge unless it's in the form of complimenting the competition. This includes incorrect sizes for t-shirts or gear. Please contact your coaches directly and they will trade all that stuff out for you. Before or after an event, do not contact competition companies for any reason. This applies by both phone and email. If you have any questions, please reach out to me and I will help you get in touch with the right people if I can't figure something out for you. This is actually a rule from competition companies. They will not speak to any parents regarding any situations. Routine videos of your athlete's performance can be posted online as long as it is a hit. That means no stunts fall and no tumbling busts. Please note that you cannot go live on Instagram or Facebook. This is a rule from the USASF and it can actually get our team disqualified. Be on time, be on time, be on time. It stresses out your athlete and it affects their performance more than you could possibly imagine. They need this alone time to be with their team and get focused on the battle ahead. This is the most important note of the entire meeting. So please do not get your athlete there at warm-up time. Plan ahead and be there before the arrival time that is noted on your packet. Varsity is offering 4 different event types this season. That's options A, B, C, and D. So we're going to briefly go over all of the different types. I'm going to start actually at the bottom. Option D, virtual competitions. This is where we would do our routine here at the gym, send it in on a video, and we would get judged on a computer screen by judges, and we would get those results about a week later. CheerStars has never attended one of these events. We don't have any on our schedule, and we will not most likely attend one of these events unless it is our only option. Option C is in-person competition with no spectator and virtual awards. This is where only the coaches and the athletes go inside the building to do warm-ups. They compete on a stage with no audience, just the judges, and the parents can live stream the event. CheerStars has also never competed at one of these events. We most likely would change to a different event if this was the case because we really we love our crowd, we love our fans, we think our kids feed off of it. So we would not attend one of these events unless there was no other option. At these events, all of the award ceremonies are virtual as well. Now, option B, this is in-person competition with limited spectators. If you cheered last season, this is how they had it last season. So you can only go in to see your team's performance. You cannot go watch other teams in your gym, and you cannot watch other teams in your division. Only your team. They may have live award ceremonies with just a few athletes or just the coaches, or they may have virtual awards. It depends on each individual event. Now, option A is in-person competition with spectators. This is how like the old competitions used to be if you've cheered for several years. Spectators can come in and watch as many teams as they would like. There will just be physical distancing measures in place. They are trying to bring back live award ceremonies for these events, but again, it depends on the individual location, so virtual awards is an option for these as well. Each specific event company will decide what kind of event they're able to have 21 days out from each competition. Now, it could vary even if we're competing with the same event company. It could depend on the event location and what their guidelines are. So 21 days or 3 weeks out, we will know what we're looking at, and that way you can know if you're able to invite auntie and uncle and grandma and grandpa and everybody else, or if it's just the parents that are able to come. So just keep an eye out. As soon as those announcements are made for each competition, I will be letting you know on Remind and on email. If you have any questions about any of these event types or awards in general, make sure you send me an email so I can get that question answered for you. There are 3 different types of award sessions we could have for each competition. The first option is an in-person award session. For this session, we would have the athletes wear their warm-up jackets, their skirts, shoes, and competition bow. We would meet up about 15 minutes before the award session, and they will call all the teams onto the stage. They will announce each division and award the teams right there at that time. The second option is called floor call awards. This is where athletes are sitting in the stands with their parents and they call each division from the stage. Athletes do not receive their awards at that moment. They will receive it after the session is over. The third option is virtual awards. This is where you will receive a link and the award session will be live streamed. For this event, coaches will pick up the awards at the end of the whole event, and they will give the awards to the kids at their next practice. Remember to bring your warm-up jacket to awards if we will have in-person awards so that your athlete can wear their jacket. We are very passionate here at Douglasville Cheerstars about teaching good sportsmanship to our athletes, and we would really appreciate you joining us in this effort. Our main rules that we go over with our teams are that we clap for all teams announced, no matter their placement. We do not get excited, jump up and down, scream, or clap excitedly until our name is called in our division. So, for example, if they announce second place and we know we got first, we calmly clap for the second place team and wait to get excited for our championship after they announce Douglasville Cheerstars. We never, ever talk trash about other teams or gyms, even if we think we should have won, or even if we think we were better than them or anything like that. We prefer to do our work in the gym and let the judges speak for themselves. Our last and final rule is no tears in the venue. This is at awards or after a performance. If you had a bad day, we understand that sometimes we wish we could have done better, but we ask the athletes to be mentally strong, and you can break down once you get to the bathroom or in your car. All right, our final reminders. We are almost done. You should be receiving group texts from me. You should have actually gotten one about this video meeting. So if you did not receive that, you are most likely not on group text. It is very, very important to be added. I send most information via remind text, especially on competition weekends, because it's the fastest way to be able to get in touch with you. So if you are not on remind, or you have somebody that needs to be added to remind, please give me a call at the gym. Anybody can help you get added to that text. Our first competition is Saturday, February 12th in Dalton. That is next Saturday. Please make sure you are ready. I will receive a tentative schedule on this Wednesday, which is February 2nd. So I will be sending you guys a tentative schedule with a little bit of information on that day. As a side note, remember you cannot make anything with our D-Star logo. It is a registered trademark. Please contact me with any questions about this. We are selling parent shirts right now. We will only be selling them until February 3rd. So if you would like one of those, please make sure that you fill out an order form or send me an email with your order. Please make all practices a priority. Remember, you can be dismissed from the team for even one excused absence or even excessive tardies. If you hear any gossip, please ask me directly for clarification. It's better to ask and know the answer than to assume something that's incorrect. Make sure that you are using Remind to contact me and any of the coaches if you need anything. Google Calendars is on here with lots of exclamation marks. I have the whole schedule for the whole rest of the season. Every practice, every canceled practice, every competition, they're all listed on Google Calendar. So make sure you're added to that if you haven't been already, so that you can keep up with our schedule in the future. There will be a questionnaire link in the email that you received this video in. You must answer that questionnaire and get all the questions right in order for your child to get their makeup bag and bow. As soon as you complete that questionnaire and I checked it for accuracy, your child will get their bow and makeup at the very next practice. One last note, masks at competitions. Most of the events we've attended so far this season have just made masks optional. However, I really highly recommend that you have your child wear their mask while they're in the hallways, while we're meeting up with the teams, and up until at least when we get to warm-ups. Once we're in warm-ups, we are isolated from the other teams, and we are pretty much just with us all the way until we get off stage, so they should be safe. but we do obviously want to avoid anybody getting sick or any kind of outbreak. The coaches do wear their masks up until we're at warm-ups as well. So again, it is not mandatory, but it is highly, highly recommended that this is what we do. If your child or you prefer that they wear their mask while they're on stage, please just let me know ahead of time so I can make sure that this happens. Last slide. What division is my team? If you are on Halos, your team is Mini Level 1.1 Prep. Gravity is Junior Level 2.2 Prep. That bottom line is what you're going to be looking for to see the teams that they're going against once you have a schedule. That's how you can identify the teams in our divisions. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you have any questions about anything you see in this video or just anything at all, please don't hesitate to send me an email at kelsey@douglaswillcheerstars.com, or you can always call me at the gym at 770-489-2582. We can't wait to see our stars on stage.